I'm faintly optimistic. I can kind of see the light. Clouds are almost breaking. Kind of seems like they might. Depends on who you're asking or on the time of day. Faintly optimistic. This time you're gonna change. You've given me some signals, some barely visible signs. And I can hear what you're saying. So much hard to tell you're lying.
I'm trying to tell you I love you. I quit living that life.
Well, maybe I'll believe you soon as my latest tears have dried. Yeah, when I'm faintly optimistic, I can kind of see the light. Clouds are almost breaking. Kind of seems like they might. Depends on who you're asking or on the time of day. Faintly optimistic. This time you're gonna change. It's been a long time in the making. This situation I'm in. So many heartaches and confessions for your multitude of sins.
Babe, I know you won't believe this, but I'm repenting finally. And this time I know we'll make it.
Well,
Yeah,
I
we
guess
will.
we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, we're faintly optimistic. I can kind of see the light. Clouds are almost breaking. Kind of seems like they might. Depends on who you're asking or on the time of day. Faintly optimistic. This time you're gonna change. Well, it seems like they clear you're kind of sorry this time.
Whoa, babe, you know I got my reasons to run.
Well, ain't nothing making much sense anyway. Well, we ain't gonna leave, so we might as well stay. Yeah, well, faintly optimistic. I can kind of see the light. Clouds are almost breaking. Kind of seems like they might. Depends on who you're asking or on the time of day. Yeah, faintly optimistic. This time you're gonna change. Baby, I'm a constant trouble, bound to bring you down. Only thing I'm gonna do is drag your heart around. If you had any sense at all, you leave me good and fast. 'Cause I'm a tornado boy and I just can't help but destroy everything in my path. You don't know what's good for you. Don't know exactly what you need. 'Cause I keep you high, steady buzz on your mind. Forget the promises I can't keep. You won't take care of let you go. And the pain of me leaving won't be so bad once your love. Just how much hell I'll put you through if you keep me around. I'm telling you, boy, the best thing you could do is just leave me where I'm found. You don't know what's good for you. Don't know exactly what you need, 'cause I keep you high, steady buzz on your mind. Forget the promises I can't keep. You won't take care of yourself. I gotta do it for you, I see. You don't know what's good for you, but I know it ain't me. Oh, you can't help but be drawn to me. It's just the nature of my game. I'll set you on fire till you're consumed and going down in flames. I don't mean to hurt no one, it's how it always seems to go. But I'm warning you now, hit the road, get on out before you're spinning out of control. You don't know. You don't know what's good for you. Don't know exactly what you need, 'cause I keep you high, steady buzz on your mind. Forget the promises I can't keep. You won't take care of yourself. I gotta do it for you, I see. You don't know what's good for you, but I know it ain't me. No, it ain't me. There'll be no more excuses, alibis will be useless, reasons won't matter after today, 'cause it's finally here, the day I've dreaded for years. Tonight I sleep in the bed that I've made. Can't keep up this charade, always lost the games I played. Once the bomb is dropped, train can't stop, and he'll be walking away. Once the door finally locks, the pain's gonna come, and the rain won't wash it away. Wash it away. I'm eating up inside from all the lies I gotta live with the choices I've made. They say life ain't fair. Well, that's neither here nor there, 'cause I won't have one after today. Anyway, I gotta do the right thing, even though nobody wins. Once that bomb is dropped, pain can't stop, and he'll be walking away. Once that door finally locks, the pain's gonna come, can't stop, and he'll be walking away. Yeah, once that door finally locks, the pain's gonna come and the rain won't wash it away. 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 Wash it away.
I'm in the studio with Joyann Parker, and I'm really excited because we're going to talk about your newest record, Roots. It came out in September, is that right? Mm-hmm. And this is album number 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
So I've listened to your other albums, too. This one has a little more of a bluesy tinge to it. How is it different? How has your style morphed over those 3 albums?
You know, I think in the very beginning, I was trying to fit into a mold. I love my songs, and I don't, I wouldn't not do those songs, and they still mean a lot to me. But over the years, I have just written the song to write the song, if that makes sense. I felt like I had to be. Starting out in blues, I felt like I had to write a certain way and I had to have a certain subject matter maybe or something like that. And over the years, I've just gotten more comfortable with who I am and not worrying about that so much. And so that's why you find all these different styles on this record. We have a little reggae, we've got a little bluegrass. I just write what I write, and I'm not worried about it anymore about where to fit. And so I think that is my biggest development. And I just think I go wherever I go.
That's one of the things about your career is that you have played so many different styles of music. And besides doing the Joyann Parker Band, you also do the duo. You also do the Patsy Cline thing.
Right.
I mean, what kind of music, what genre haven't you played?
Opera. I don't really do that. But I am classically trained. I love American music. Yeah. So anything based in, again, roots, I love that. That's why you can do the Patsy Cline. I think Patsy Cline's a blues singer.
That's the thing I saw you say. Now, tell me about that.
Well, it's not country. Clearly it wasn't what country was at that time. Owen Bradley was pushing that envelope and making that Nashville sound. And he wanted her to sing differently because she had that emotional, deep voice. Yeah. And to me, that she channeled that soul. And when you read about her, people talk about how she made you feel, more so even than the songs, and that everybody felt like she was singing directly to them and that she moved them, and that's what I want to do. And people tell me that I do that, and that's why I connected with her, I think, to begin with. I kind of got turned off early in my life. I grew up in northern Wisconsin where we only had country music and classic rock, and so I went, classic country is so boring, And then later in life, when you understand the lyrics a little more and you have been through some stuff, you get it. Right. And that's why I really fell in love with her, was just her in general and how she communicates with her voice.
Life experience.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, you, like you said, are classically trained. You went to college to study music, and you actually taught music after this.
I did.
What was your intent when you graduated from college? You were going to be a band director?
Director.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I only got to do that for a little bit because when I graduated, it was not a great time to get hired anywhere, actually. And it took me a while to get my first job in music. And I taught elementary music for a little bit. And then I finally got to teach 6th grade band my last year of teaching. And then I got pregnant and decided to not go back to teaching.
Well, that.
So, and I went to church music after that because I was able to take my kids with me and not have to worry about daycare. But anyway, I would have loved to have been a band director and do the field shows and all that stuff. I still really enjoy all of that, watching all of that, listening to that stuff. But yeah,
still listen to classical music?
I do. Yeah.
Did you ever play it? Of course, you
Yes.
play keyboards. You play
Yep,
piano.
I was classically trained. I played only classical music. I didn't know anything about jazz or blues or anything growing up. So it was all classical for me up until really late, actually. The blues didn't come around until about 11 years ago. I didn't really know anything about it. I always tell people my experience in blues is Eric Clapton and Deep Purple. That was the only thing I was ever exposed to that was close. And so that's really new to me.
So who are your blues influences now?
Well, the same as most every blues lady singer, Etta James, just because, again, communication, right? She just communicates so well what she's feeling. And, of course, Aretha, again, I love the gospel background because that's my background, church music and stuff. And I love gospel, and I love her piano playing. And I love how she uses the piano as part of her. Like what she's playing is part of what she's doing. And I try to do that when I'm playing. I'm not playing a part. I'm playing whatever can accompany me the best and fit the best with what I'm doing. And I love that about Aretha. So I think those are two. And then of course, if you're going with males, Otis Redding all day long, Sam Cooke all day long. Those are my two. And they're kind of opposites. I love that Otis is all about, again, feeling. And so is Sam, but in a different way. But he's got the style, and Otis is just the raw emotion of everything. So those are the people I go to the most.
I'm talking with Joyann Parker in the studio today on Radio Heartland, and her latest record is called Roots. And I wanted to ask you, I saw in an interview that you said this was a little more personal for you, this album. How so?
I shouldn't. It isn't. It's not. All my songs are personal. I can look back at the other albums I have, Out of the Dark, and that's clearly about my mental health struggles and things. So that's on every record. But this one, I feel it was what I was feeling at the time because I moved back to Wisconsin. I grew up in Wisconsin and came here. I lived here in the cities 20 years, and then we just moved back 3 years ago. So I was feeling at home again, and just. When growing up, I thought, I will never move to a small town in Wisconsin ever again. Get me out of here. And here I am at 45 going, I would really like to move back to a small town in Wisconsin. I really love it again. Yeah. So I was just kind of going in my mind saying, what is important to me? What makes me me? And when I was making like the video for Roots, for example, I wanted my daughter in it. I wanted her to be me in that video.
So that was her doing the lead singing.
That's my daughter.
I thought wondered about that.
Yep. So all of those things I was thinking about. What is important to me? What are the things that hold me up when hard times come? And I wanted to reflect my faith and my family and just all those important things. And honestly, I love Wisconsin. There's that song on my record, Scotty Girl. I am really proud of Wisconsin. I love it. I love it's a different kind of culture, and I love it. And it's amazing because we're so close together, but yet so different.
That's a new term for me, Scotty Girl. I didn't know that until this.
There's a Scotty clothing company. You can get Scotty clothes.
I'll have to check that out.
Yes.
So this is the second album you've worked with Kevin Bowe, is that right?
Yes, right.
How does he influence your sessions, your recording, your arrangements, all that stuff? He's a great producer.
He's a great producer. I always say about Kevin is that, Kevin isn't a Daniel Lanois. You don't hear a record and go, that's a Kevin Bowe album, right? Where you hear certain producers and that's what you're going there for. You're going for the sound that they make. Kevin and I work really well together because we are creating a song, and whatever that song is, it gets its own identity, and you do what's best for the song. And he tells people that about me, that I write for the song. And I love that about him. So I can come in. My songs are mostly produced already when we come in. I've got an idea of what I want it to sound like, and so they're kind of done. But Kevin's able to take it and just give it that oomph, put that icing on the cake, give it that last thing that just really makes it great. And he's really good at bringing the best out of the band. He's really good at making it think it was your idea, and that's really great for a producer, especially when you're working with your own band. I'm not using studio musicians. Right. You're coming in with your own guys, and we're not in the studio all the time. I mean, we're not Noah Levy, right? And he uses Noah all the time because Noah's fantastic, and he can go in and he can just do the thing. And my guys are great too, but we're not studio rats. We're not in there all the time, and so he's really good at taking what we do and pulling the best out of it and making a great record. And I love the way we work together, and he gets me.
Right. And these are all original songs?
Yes.
Wow. Well, congratulations on the record.
Thank you.
Joyann Parker, her new record is called Roots. and I'm looking forward to seeing. I know you got a lot of gigs coming up, especially I saw something in Nashville coming up.
Yeah, we have a few gigs in Nashville. We're actually doing an in-studio. WMOT has finally Fridays at 3rd and Lindsley. So Mark and I will be there doing that. And we have a couple gigs, one at a place called Pop Attorneys, which is a cool little blues joint.
Sweet.
And I'm very excited.
We may not see you come back if you're going to Nashville, girl.
Well, we'll see.
Okay. All right. Joyann, thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
The Current is public media made possible thanks to member support.